Hello, everybody. We are getting ready to go live here. This is part of the week where I am talking about mobile security. Hopefully, this is something that you're really paying attention to because, frankly, the biggest problem I think most of us have is with mobile security. And today, we're going to be talking about insecure networks. What is it? Why might you want to use it? And why might you not want to use it? Of course, we talked a bit yesterday about some of the other issues that we're having with our mobile security. And last week, we talked a lot about VPNs. In fact, you'll find them in my history if you look back in the older videos. All you'd want to know about VPNs. Had a great question this morning when I was on the air on the Jim Polito show about VPNs from a listener who was asking about using another VPN while he's using the VPN for his office. So we got a great response to that too that I put up online. But what I really want you to pay attention to is this Thursday. I'm going to do a live training for everybody, absolutely free. It's one of my little master classes, and we're going to be talking about VPNs. It's going to go for at least an hour. It depends on how many questions you guys have. It could go 2 hours or 3 hours. I really want to cover this topic very well for you. No charge for any of that stuff, just like these Facebook Lives. But you're going to have to register. I'm going to send out an email tomorrow about registration so that you have that before Thursday. And once that registration is out, all you have to do is click on the link and sign up. And I'll also tell you about other master classes that are coming up if you do sign up for this particular one. I'm thinking about doing it on Zoom so that we can be very, very interactive. But we'll see how this all goes. This is all part of a big experiment, right? And trying to get the information out, which is what I'm doing. And hey, if this stuff is really kind of complicated, if you have a hard time with some of it, I would encourage you to reach out to me. And the easy way to do that is just email me, me@craigpeterson.com, and we can help kind of clear it up for you. Maybe I'll just answer a question or two if that's all you have. If you want us to help, well, heck, we have a whole team that's what they do. So let's get into today's topics when it comes to insecure networks. And I have my notes in front of me. We're all using these devices nowadays. We have, of course, our smartphones. Many of us have these tablets, and we bring our tablets with us kind of everywhere. Those tablets are fun to use, and many of them now have built into them not just Wi-Fi, but cellular data. And that's going to be more and more true as we go forward with 5G. And 5G is going to be everywhere in about 2 or 3 years. Now, 5G and LTE both have encryption built into them. But I can tell you right now, they are not considered to be secure. And when we're going around to the coffee shop, maybe to a client site, maybe to our house, we're using Wi-Fi that is not necessarily secured either. And that gets to be a problem. We have customers that have networks with Wi-Fi, and they have all kinds of vendor devices on them. They have their own devices on them. They have their employees who are bringing their devices from home, and maybe they're listening to Spotify. They want to be able to text their family and respond to emails. Which, it's up to you as a business person if you want that to happen. But when we're talking about these mobile devices and we're talking about the networks, we have to be very careful. And we'll be talking about network and network segmentation at another time from now. But these devices are now our constant companions. These devices are really with us all of the time. And because they're with us all of the time, they're constantly pinging. So they'll be going out trying to find Wi-Fi networks. They'll be trying to connect to Wi-Fi networks when we go into places. So for instance, let's say you went to a Starbucks and you connected to their Wi-Fi. Well, next time you're near a Starbucks, it's going to try and reconnect to that Starbucks Wi-Fi or that Target Wi-Fi or Walmart or wherever it is you're going. So our devices are auto-connecting to all of these networks all of the time. We have Comcast at my home, and we also use Comcast fiber for our office. So we have Comcast accounts. So when we're going around now, anybody that has Comcast Wi-Fi is advertising something called Xfinity. And that Xfinity network, my cellular phone knows about it, my laptop knows about it, my tablets know about it. They're going to try and connect to that network whenever they have the chance because we told it to, right? So it's connecting, auto-connecting automatically. Some of us even have Autoconnect turned on for any open network. Now that is a very dangerous thing, frankly, because there's such a thing as evil twins. Now, evil twins can be a couple of different types of things. For instance, I mentioned Xfinity. Well, what happens if someone decides that they want access to your data, to your computer, to your mobile phone, your tablet, that connects automatically to any network named Xfinity? Well, all they have to do is advertise a network called Xfinity. And now all of a sudden, your device is going to auto-connect to their network. That's an evil twin. It looks like it's the Xfinity network, but it's really the bad guy's network. So now all of your data is going through the bad guy's network, and he's also has access to your computer so that he can try and hack in. So he can scan all of the ports on your computer, see if all of your software is up to date, use one of the back doors that might be open on your computer. Very, very dangerous. So we've got to be careful when we do have the Autoconnect turned on. And I would advise you to turn it off. If you want to connect to a Wi-Fi network, go ahead and connect to it, but make sure you know what you're connecting to. There's another example of an evil twin, and that is you go to the airport. You might go to a coffee shop, and it's advertising a network that's named, Municipal Airport. That might not be the legitimate airport. It might be a device that a hacker left behind that's advertising Municipal Airport on the Wi-Fi. It might be something that someone's running right now on their laptop at the airport. And it might be a laptop that was already infected and advertises these evil twin networks to try and get people to connect to your laptop. And it's using your laptop now as a method to get into other computers. So now you take your laptop or you take your mobile phone or whatever that device is, and you bring that device now into your business network. It's now going to start scanning around in your business network. So we have to be very, very careful. You cannot assume that your iPhone or your Android devices are secure by default. And what we normally do is we'll set up our customers with a VPN at their office. So there's a VPN server right there at the office. Their mobile devices will automatically full-time connect to that VPN at the office. So no matter where they are, if they're using the 4G LTE or the new 5G technologies, okay, they do provide some encryption, but it's not great encryption. Their data is going to be encrypted all the way to the office. And once it gets to the office, of course, we have multiple layers of security to make sure it's not trying to go to a site that's an evil site. Make sure that they are not trying to do something, download something, click on something in their email or on a website that they shouldn't. So they're not downloading these cryptojackers or other things that are out there. And again, if this is kind of complicated, if you have questions, you can just reach out to me at craigpeterson.com. And I want to encourage you to join us this Thursday, and we're going to try and do this most Thursdays. But join us this Thursday. We're going to be talking about VPNs in depth. So that's last week's. And then next week, we're going to try and talk about the mobile devices in depth, okay? It gets kind of complicated, and we'll go in a little more depth. Today, we're trying to keep it kind of light here. But you need to make sure that that mobile device you have is configured with the level of security you want. I advise you to configure it by default to use a VPN that you have control of. Just this week, and we're talking right now, it's October 22nd, Tuesday. Just this week, we found out that 3 of the top VPN providers were hacked. All of their data was stolen, okay? And some of them kept more data than others. So we've we know that they're not secure either, and we've talked about VPNs before. So you might not be aware of this either, but and basically an inexperienced hacker can use some very inexpensive hardware and software to break into your computer in less than 30 seconds. In fact, that's exactly what this is. This is a device that's used by hackers to break in to people's machines. This advertises various types of wireless networks, and it's designed to break the encryption on them and cause you nothing but trouble. Okay, that's exactly what this little pineapple is all about. And bad guys can buy these. They can use them. You can see it's portable. The bad guys will go ahead and, instead of having the external power supply, like you can see on the back here where it would normally be plugged in, the bad guys will just hook this up to a battery, and they'll take it with them. They'll stick it in their bag, and now they're off and running at the local coffee shop or on an airplane or at the airport or wherever they're going to find their targets, okay? Very inexpensive. 30 seconds later, they've got you. And they can steal the data. They can clone your device. They can take, everything that you have. It's absolutely crazy. They can also use devices just like this one. That's exactly what this is. Use devices like this to be able to install malware on your device. So we know about Android and the Google Play Store, hundreds of thousands of downloads from the Google Play Store with malware pre-installed. Well, with devices like this and you not paying attention at the airport, the coffee shop, using Autoconnect on the Wi-Fi on your devices, they gotcha, okay? Bottom line. Now, according to Gartner, of course, these are guys that do a lot of great statistics. Verizon has a lot of really good statistics when it comes to the hacking. 27% of your business data bypasses perimeter security. So that means a quarter, if you're a business, a quarter of your data, and this is big business as well as small business. In fact, in some cases, it's more the big business guys, because the small guys don't have any security really in place, perimeter security. But 27% of the data bypassing it means that when people are out using their mobile devices and they're out on the road, and they're not doing what I advised, which is using the VPN by default, forcing it to be used to take all of the data back to the office. And at the office, it's forced through all of the perimeter security, like I talked about, making sure it can't go to sites that are bad, making sure that URLs that are bad can't be used, that the stuff that's being downloaded doesn't have bad stuff in it, making sure the data that's going out to the internet doesn't have social security numbers in it, doesn't have credit card numbers, bank account numbers, right? In other words, watching the exfiltration of data. 27% doesn't have any of that on there, according to Gartner. So it's going directly from your mobile device straight to the cloud, and that is extremely dangerous. We've got to watch it. We've got to pay attention. You know, if this seems kind of complicated to you, well, frankly, it is. If you want to learn more, make sure you stick with me. I'm doing these as I can. So unfortunately, they're kind of random times. I'm still a little bit under the radar. I haven't announced that I'm doing these lives yet. But keep an eye out for them. You can always watch them. We leave them up for replay in my various channels out on Facebook and YouTube and my website at craigpeterson.com. But if you want it fast, if you need it fast, if you have DFARS issues or ITAR issues, compliance issues, HIPAA could be, and you want some help, reach out to us, okay? Just email me at craigpeterson.com. We're always glad to answer questions for businesses and see if there's maybe some way that we can help you. If not, that's fine. I'm sharing what I can, and let me tell you, there's a lot to share. Tomorrow we're going to be back with more of this. We're going to talk about data leaks and some of the other ways that data is leaking out from the companies. And then we're going to, of course, on Thursday, do our VPN. From last week, we're going to do a master class. You can register for that. It's absolutely free. I'll be answering all of your questions. but you have to be there and you have to register. So you can email me, me@craigpeterson.com, let me know that you want to register, or simpler, just go to craigpeterson.com, sign up right there on the home page, and I'll let you know about not just this master class, but we're going to be doing these master classes a few times a month. And my master classes are always free for those people who are participating. So thanks for being with me today. Keep an eye out, because as you can see, if you scroll down, I have a lot of great information here, and I love to answer your questions. So let me know, and you can just answer them right here below if you'd like, or again, email me, and I'll be back tomorrow with yet another live as we go even deeper into mobile security.